the beginning of the film, a pregnant girl named Rebecca is seen sitting by the beach. She seems to be having an imaginary conversation with her husband. She expresses that even if he doesn't speak to her, she will always speak to him. She knows he is drifting away, but that doesn't mean she has stopped loving him. This implies that Rebecca's husband has passed away. She refers to her pregnancy as his final gift to her, which she cherishes deeply. The scene then shifts to a younger Rebecca playing on the beach. While she plays, a boy passes by and both exchange smiles, feeling an instant attraction. The next day, the boy returns to talk to her and introduces himself as Tommy. They quickly become friends and start spending more and more time together, enjoying each other's company. One day, while playing near Rebecca's home, they find a snail and take it with them. Tommy suggests they return it to the beach the next day, but Rebecca shares that she cannot come because she's leaving for Japan. This news makes Tommy very sad, as it could mean the end of their friendship. Rebecca goes home and Tommy keeps thinking about her. He calls her and asks her to wait at the port as he wants to give her something. The next day, Rebecca waits for Tommy for a long time, but he never shows up. Eventually, she leaves without meeting him. 12 years pass and they never meet again. Rebecca returns to the town after 12 years just to see Tommy. When she visits his house, she finds out he no longer lives there. His mother does not even recognize her at first, but once Rebecca mentions her grandfather, the mother remembers and gives her Tommy's address. Excited, Rebecca visits Tommy's new home, but her heart breaks when she sees another girl there. She feels hurt because she waited for Tommy all these years, hoping he waited too. However, Tommy immediately recognizes her. Despite not meeting in 12 years, they begin talking and get so immersed in conversation that they don't notice Tommy's friend sitting nearby. She feels ignored and leaves angrily. Tommy does not stop her, revealing that he still prefers Rebecca. Through their conversation, it's revealed that Rebecca is now a software engineer and has permanently moved back after completing her education. Tommy has become a biologist. They continue meeting each other. One day, Tommy takes Rebecca to the beach, where she asks if the girl at his house is his girlfriend. Tommy explains that he met her just the day before, which gives Rebecca a sense of relief. The next day, they meet at Tommy's home for dinner. Rebecca asks what he wanted to give her when they were children and why he didn't show up that day. Tommy leaves the room silently and returns with a matchbox containing the same snail they had found as children. He tells her he wanted to give her that snail but overslept and missed meeting her. Kept that snail safe all these years. Although it died a year later, the fact that he preserved it makes Rebecca feel deeply loved. This realization doubles her happiness. They continue talking. Tommy reveals that besides being a biologist, he works for the environment. He tries to save species from extinction by creating clones of animals nearing extinction. He even shows Rebecca his experiment involving a large number of cockroaches. Observing Tommy's work on cloning impresses Rebecca. Tommy explains that his cloning method can replicate anything, even a human. Hearing this, Rebecca feels intrigued once again. Tommy invites Rebecca to join his group, which works together for the environment. Rebecca welcomes the idea, and the following day they leave to register her as an environmental activist. On their way, they pass through a town with beautiful scenery. Rebecca tells Tommy that she wishes to stop for a while to enjoy the view. Tommy stops the car, and as soon as it halts, Rebecca jumps out excitedly and runs forward. While she enjoys the moment, a sound of collision comes from the nearby vehicle. Looking back, she sees that Tommy, who was following, has been hit by a car and Tommy dies right before her eyes. The accident completely shatters Rebecca, especially since she had waited for Tommy for 12 years and her life had grown so much better with him. She feels that she may never recover from the tragedy and is unable to move on, sinking into deep depression. Then, an idea occurs to her as she considers Tommy's belongings. She immediately goes to Tommy's parents and tells them that she loves Tommy deeply and suggests that Tommy could be brought back to life if they wish. Although her words make them think that she might be losing her mind, but in reality she is speaking about creating a clone of Tommy. To do so, she requires legal permission from Tommy's mother and father, along with some tissue from his dead body. She needs to retrieve Tommy from his grave, and this too requires the consent of his parents. After Tommy's mother refuses, not wanting to further burden her son with pain, Tommy's father later comes and gives Rebecca the signed papers she had left at their home. He tells her that she can do as she wishes, but that they are leaving, for the house reminds them too much of Tommy. Rebecca becomes very happy and starts her work the very next day. Using tissue from Tommy's body, she creates a clone which she works on in her laboratory. Rebecca implants the clone embryo of Tommy inside her own body. Over time, the clone develops entirely within her. Through a few months, Rebecca gives birth to a child who looks exactly like Tommy. She names the boy Tommy. Life begins to move forward. As the child grows, he increasingly resembles young Tommy in appearance, behavior, eating habits, and even thoughts. One day, young Tommy brings a friend to Rebecca and asks about his father. Rebecca becomes uneasy but tells him that his father died in an accident before he was born. The explanation seems normal at first, but in reality, something deeper is unfolding. The rumors spread in society that Rebecca's son Tommy is not a normal human but a clone. Because of this, people and other children begin to distance themselves from him. When Rebecca invites Tommy's friend over to play, she refuses, saying she won't play with a clone. Soon, some parents go to the school principal, demanding Tommy be expelled as they don't want their children studying with a clone. Rebecca feels heartbroken. No one attends Tommy's birthday that night, bringing tears to her eyes. She realizes that the time has come to leave the town before someone reveals the truth about his identity to Tommy. She moves with him to a remote area in the middle of nowhere. There, Rebecca raises Tommy in isolation, finding happiness in their solitude. Years pass, and Tommy grows up to look exactly like the original Tommy. One day, he brings a female friend home. Seeing them together, Rebecca starts feeling jealous, for she never truly viewed Tommy as her son. Tommy informs her that his friend will stay with them for a few days. Rebecca doesn't object, but the girl soon notices something odd. Tommy and Rebecca don't share a typical mother-son bond. Instead, Tommy appears unusually close to her, making the girl uncomfortable, and she decides to leave. The next day, Tommy's biological mother visits Rebecca. As they talk, clone Tommy suddenly appears. The woman is stunned, unable to speak upon seeing the clone who resembles her dead son so closely. She silently walks away. Tommy becomes confused and questions Rebecca about who that woman was and why she reacted that way. Rebecca offers no answers. Tommy, already unaware of his real origins, grows more frustrated. Rebecca keeps hiding things from him, which begins affecting his personality. He becomes increasingly angry. When another friend visits and sees his rage, she becomes frightened and leaves. Tommy starts destroying things in the house. At this point, Rebecca realizes the time has come to tell him the truth. She gathers her courage and reveals everything: how she created a clone of her beloved friend Tommy and gave birth to him. Tommy struggles to comprehend the truth. Frustrated, Rebecca hands him the original Tommy's laptop and belongings. After going through these things, clone Tommy finally understands the reality. He is not a real person but a clone. Emotionally shattered, he feels lost, his confidence broken, unsure of how to live in this world. He asks Rebecca why she did all this. Rebecca explains that she loved Tommy deeply and couldn't bear being apart from him, so she created the clone to always have him with her. Hearing this, the clone also becomes emotional. They grow closer in that moment. Rebecca tells him that she brought him back even after death. But all of her years of effort seem to collapse in the end. In the final scene of the movie, the clone Tommy leaves Rebecca. For the first time, he doesn't call her mom but addresses her by her name and says thank you before walking away. Rebecca is left behind, crying. And the movie ends. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like and share it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We keep bringing such content regularly. Peace.